Hi there, hope you're doing better these days. Today, I'll be sharing with you some dishes I've made over the lockdown period. I've made some of these multiple times and some not so much, so expect to see some failures. During this lockdown period, we started craving lots of comfort food. For breakfast, we'll occasionally have pancakes. I've tried making pancakes multiple times from scratch, but they were just never good enough. It's probably my own problem. I'm pretty sure there's really good recipes out there, but just decided to get a bunch of pre-mixed batter and it was much better. Ha ha ha. Here we have pancakes served with slices of bananas, maple syrup, and butter. Really simple toppings. You can't go wrong with it. I decided to add some cinnamon for, extra aroma, but I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. It just looks better. The color contrast. Ooh. Me being me, I decided to experiment and create a peanut butter maple syrup sauce instead. It was so good. You have to try it. In a warm pan, add peanut butter, maple syrup, and a bit of butter. Just mix them all up and there you go. And I know, that's a bit too much cinnamon. But it's fine. I like cinnamon, so it's okay. It tasted great. We started making homemade pizzas since the beginning of March. I always thought pizzas were difficult to make at home until we stumbled upon Jamie Oliver's 10-minute pizza video. We tried his recipe and from there on I started testing out different pizza recipes. I haven't really found the one that I truly love. They have all been really good and tasty nonetheless. It's probably because I love sourdough crust and that would probably be a hassle to make. Also, fun fact, I never really liked tomatoes until I came to the UK. We love making our tomato sauces from scratch because it's so easy. To be honest, it's also easier to manipulate the flavors. Here, I added olive oil and just a bit of dried basil for extra flavor. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. I'm mixing the dough with the yeast and the water mixture. This process is probably the messiest process throughout making homemade pizzas, but it's actually quite therapeutic. So you want to knead the dough for, I would say, at least 10 minutes until it's smooth. Also a good workout. Voila! It's like a baby's bum, but okay, it's not really like a baby's bum. It's not that perfect. Plop! Add that in, mix with the oil. I have a feeling that's too much oil, but it's fine. It's fine. So these were the ingredients that I have. There's spinach, tomato sauce, leftover paneer, cheese, tomatoes, onions, and some vegetables. I wouldn't recommend doing this, but due to space constraints, this was the best I could do. And also I really wanted to eat this quickly and I didn't want to clean up too much, so I decided to lay it out on the tray itself because it's just much cleaner and simpler. If you watch other pizza videos, they would prefer you to heat up your tray and it has to be really hot. But it's fine, we're doing it at home. We don't need to follow the rules. But then again, you compensate, right? It's not gonna turn out as tasty and crispy, but it's okay. So the first pizza I made was the leftover paneer pizza. The day before we made pizzas, Aman had paneer curry leftover, so I thought, oh, that would be really good on a pizza. Creamy, spicy, what's not to like, right? So I added onion, spinach, tomatoes, and a bit of chilies. More cheese.
Excited. Ah! I'm fucking excited. Maybe we throw some more cheese on there.
No, it's paneer.
Oh, you put paneer?
Yeah. First pizza.
Oh my god. Paneer. Oh my god, paneer pizza.
There you have it. I had my dinner already, but it still looks so good. Oh yes, look at Almond's expression. Ooh la la. Nom nom nom. Very good. The other pizza that we made is a vegetarian pizza. It's really simple. Tomato sauce, tomatoes, other vegetables. You get the gist of it. You can add whatever you want to your pizza. If I'm putting curry on it, you can add pretty much anything else. During this lockdown period, I saw lots of still life photos on my Instagram, and at this time when I was about to cook, I was like, ooh, I wanna have some still life action going on. So I tried to, play with the vegetables. I guess this is the best I could do. Voila, my masterpiece. Okay, I'm about to make a Korean black bean noodle dish. Jajangmyeon. It's usually cooked with meat, but I decided to have a fully vegetarian and possibly, I think it's vegan as well. I chopped some cabbage, courgettes, zucchini, garlic, onions, chilies. I think that's about it. There's nothing else really fancy. The fanciest thing throughout this dish is probably the black bean paste. You can find that in your Asian supermarket or Korean supermarket. When I was researching on this dish, I found that to cook this traditionally, you have to first deep fry your black bean paste. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want this dish to be super oily and sinful. In my opinion, it doesn't have to be that way. So what I decided to do is to cook the vegetables together with the black bean paste so I don't need to use additional oil. Some recipes do use less oil without the first method, but for me at that point of time I thought it was just easier to just put them all in together at once. And it's faster as well. At this stage, I should have put sugar, but I missed it, so I added sugar afterwards. You will see. This is boiling hot water. You wanna simmer that. And there you go. I added sugar. Yes, I was like, oh crap, I knew I forgot something. So we're gonna let this boil for a bit. I season it with soy sauce as well. Not that much for the seasoning, to be honest. So we have the black bean paste, sugar, and soy sauce. That's about it. It's so simple. For the noodles, not going traditional again because this is all I had at time. It's Korean knife cut noodles. You want to boil them. You can use spaghetti if you want to, but I would not recommend because I had this with spaghetti before and I did not like how it tastes. As long as it's a noodle that has a good bite and chew to it, please use that. And also once it's cooked, you want to wash it with cold water so it does not overcook and get soggy. Once your noodles are done, you probably want to add starch water into the sauce to thicken it. there you have it. A really nice black bean sauce with vegetables. It looks really dark and weird if it's your first time seeing this, but it's really tasty and savory. Usually this dish would be served with slices of fresh cucumbers, but at the point of time I did not have any cucumbers, so I just added sesame seeds to have that contrast in color. And since there wasn't any meat, I treated myself to a pan-fried egg and some kimchi for the side dish. I have something sour or pickly on the side because it gets heavy with the taste. Now I'm making a smoothie. Another fun fact, I used to work at Smoothie King. So if you don't know what Smoothie King is, it's just a smoothie shop. And I made good smoothies, okay? I loved working there. It was really fun. It reminded me of Diner Dash. And as you can see here, I'm not really enjoying this smoothie, and it's probably the worst smoothie I've ever made in my life because I added too much spinach. I thought I was gonna be a healthy girl, but don't worry, I finished it eventually. It tasted fine. It's just a bit, you know, the texture's a bit weird. The next dish we are making today is burgers. As you can tell, I'm just chopping up some vegetables, and don't worry, that's not going to be part of the burger, but more like a side. Lately, I've just been seeing lots of asparagus at cheap prices, so I'm just gonna assume that it's asparagus season. Based on my common sense and observation, I'm just gonna assume so don't hate on me if I'm wrong. It's just vegetables. Here we have grilled asparagus and some broccoli as well, served with onions, pineapples, and tomatoes. And you wanna mix them all together. And now the sauce, the special green sauce, is green chutney. Green chutney is like our all-time favorite sauce. It's so good. It's made of like cilantro. Sometimes I add some spring onions in it. Always add garlic in it. I'll make a video one day showing how to make green chutneys. Okay, here goes the meat. Boop. Plop, plop, plop. I don't know why I decided to go with this camera angle because it's obviously not showing you anything but my shirt. I'm so sorry, but now I'm trying to flip the burger. So use your imagination. And there, I did it. Making burgers in a studio is sometimes quite hazardous because the whole entire studio just gets super smoky. And everything just smells like beef after cooking the burger. Oof, look at that toasted bun. So similarly, I added the green chutney, the grilled onion. Doesn't it look so pretty? The main star of the show. Wow, good job, Noodles. Don't worry, we saved it. Plop.
I think less cheese, man.
Do you think it's too much
Yeah,
cheese?
definitely less cheese.
I think it's fine. It tasted fine. You serve it up with the salad. And voila! I'm so proud of him because he used to never let me cook in his kitchen, and now he's cooking. Oh, times have changed. Oh. Okay, the last dish that I'm gonna show you today in this video is
got marinated. Oh, you're making fried chicken?
So I've made fried chicken multiple times, and I remember the very first time I made this, it was a failure because the chicken was raw. Frying things may seem really intimidating to people, but honestly, it's not that scary. I think it's scarier when you're scared. You just want to be in control of the situation. Just like most things in life, right? For this sauce, it's the red chili paste and some honey, some vinegar, and also ketchup. I nearly forgot about ketchup. You'll see me adding it later. And you wanna mix it up. And oh my gosh, this looks so good. It was so good as well. Add some sesame seeds. Yeah, there you go. Look at me like, whoop, forgot to add ketchup. Mix it up, mix it up. You may think that it's not crunchy, but trust me, this thing was still crunchy and it was sweet, spicy, delicious fried chicken. Oh yes, definitely add more sesame seeds. I probably added too much, but it's okay. You want to have two flavors just in case you get bored of one or the other. I decided to go with a plain one and the sweet and spicy one. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for this video. If you finished the entire video, thank you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Till next time. Bye. Bye.